God damn it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. No, I was actually referring to anti-MGTOW videos.
Oh, that's something new. I haven't seen anti-MGTOW videos.
Well, if you've ever watched anybody like Sandman or Angry MGTOW or
I've heard Angry MGTOW before. It's basically like a MGTOW Alex Jones. These damn people pissing me off. They're far left.
Yeah,
Oh, flip a table.
effectively, and more often than not, these people are basically cultists of their own. They're really just the horseshoe theory, necessary equal and opposite version of feminism. They believe in gynocentric, matriarchal society where women are just resource drains, and that's their biological nature, and women can't be trusted, and men have to go their own way and be completely.
That's coming back. Damn.
Yeah, have you not heard of any of these?
I've seen a couple pictures of people cracking on a horseshoe, and I don't know.
Oh, are you not familiar with the horseshoe theory?
I seen a picture of it, and I just kind of laughed at it. I didn't know it was an actual thing, because you got to be low on brain cells to think of something like that.
No, actually, the horseshoe theory is very much true.
Oh, do tell.
The horseshoe theory, in its essence, is a lot of the furthest extremes of the political compass are more alike than they are different in their practice. They may have different tenets and different doctrines in different disciplines, but essentially they act on the very same principles. They act on a lot of the exact same motivations, and they just happen to coordinate around different circumstances. It's essentially the mirror theory. Think of it as...
mirror theory. Okay, I know that. Yeah, that makes perfect sense then. Okay.
Yeah, it's basically... In fact, let's compare radical feminists to radical alt-right.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of similarity in their rhetoric. It's only they have...
they're on different political fields, basically.
Think Newton's laws. There's an equal and opposite for every reaction. So...
that makes sense.
Yeah, unfortunately it does.
Interesting.
But yeah, that's essentially what the MGTOW are all about. The equal and opposite version of feminism, or rather radical feminism. Just replace the patriarchy with the matriarchy and you basically have it.
It both sound kind of idiotic to me. I mean, if people want to go
idiotic,
it's just like, dude, germs, guns, and steel. Go sort it out yourselves.
I mean, it's more than just guns, germs, and steel. It's they're trying to construct an entire social narrative out of thin air. All they're doing is cherry picking very particular instances and going, well, this is how the whole world operates. Meanwhile, they'll openly support, at least the feminists will, Islamists and Islamic countries and openly bigoted horseshit that comes from that field of civilization, if you can even call it that.
Lack thereof, huh?
Yeah, right. And
throw them off the roof.
And ignore the fact that they are actually ubiquitously, without hesitation or exception, all patriarchy or patriarchal countries. Patriarchal. Sorry.
Yeah, they are pretty patriarchal. I mean, shit, you look at Saudi Arabia, it's all run by kings and princes and stuff. Gee, you know.
Not only that, but if you've actually read into any of the Quran, it essentially places women at the value of property. They're about half the worth of men.
Pretty much, yeah, because I looked at some of the Sharia law stuff, and it's women are like so horribly devalued. It's like, wow, what are they, livestock? Damn.
Essentially, like even in instances where women are testifying that they have been raped, I think it's they need
other women.
No, I think it's they need
or was it
another woman?
For other men, I think, not women, men.
I believe it was 2 men to corroborate their testimony. So they can't drive cars. They can't expose anything besides their eyes.
Yeah,
in many
of the some countries they have like this little bicycle-looking shield thing that they go and put over that too, and it's like, what the hell? They basically take that little, comical medieval helmet piece with the slits in it and go, okay, slap that over a burqa. Perfectly covered. We don't know who the hell she is.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah, it's not.
I haven't seen those images. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
Well, what else could I expect from these countries? It's not like much of anything good comes out of them.
Not really.
Well, besides material goods.
Yeah. And if you're an arms dealer, oh, man, make a killing off those Kalashnikov sales.
Right?
Oh, hell yeah.
I do find it hilarious, though, that I don't believe pretty much anywhere in the Middle East aside from, maybe Israel, produces their own small arms. All they do is just gather it from every other country. Just take the rejects and the surplus and anything that just happens to be lying around and funnel it all into these countries for a quick buck.
Pretty much, shoot.
Well, yes, that's what guns generally do.
Yeah. that's actually quite depressing when you think about it. You're spending more money on just buying these up instead of making your own. What your caliphate can't make its own resources when it comes to self-defense, or just, butchering?
Not really. Not really. And in fact, I've had it described, I've heard accounts from, if you've heard of Thulian perspective, he's very far right, pagan conservative who's on YouTube, and I believe he's Swedish. I'm certain he's Scandinavian of some description. And his father and his whole family, in fact, were down in, Iran, Iraq.
Uh-oh.
One of the countries around the area. And he had mentioned several times throughout his entire retelling of his early childhood in the country that, pretty much any sort of mechanical item, guns, vehicles, anything, are simply discarded as soon as they stop functioning.
What?
You'll just find cars on the side of the road, guns.
Oh my god, parts galore.
Right. Assuming they're not instantly fucked by the weather. Considering the sand conditions and all of the debris and who fucking knows what else. I'm sure that you can make a killing off of all of the scrap.
Oh, God. If it weren't for that damn sand and those giant flesh-eating spiders.
What?
You didn't hear about those? It's like in Afghanistan and Iraq, they got these giant freaking spiders that when they bite you, you literally basically get a flesh-eating disease.
Oh, you mean necrotic venom?
Yeah.
I believe... what is that? The banana... No, that's Brazil. I was about to say the banana wandering spider, but that's in Brazil.
Most people call them camel spiders from what I hear. It's like camel spider, sun spider, the oh shit spider.
I thought camel spiders were non-venomous. They're massive, generally speaking, but...
Yeah, from what I hear, vicious little bastards with a nasty bite.
Well, actually, I've seen accounts where, generally speaking, they tend to get up on humans and in the shade of them, and thereby, usually running after them, because, as soon as you see something big, 8-legged, and hairy like that crawl to the fucking ground, you're typically going to book it.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're following them because of the shade, because the sun is fucking hot. And they can't really
that would
survive
scare
an
the
extended
crap
periods.
out of me.
Yeah. I wouldn't do very well in the Middle East, let's just say that.
Yeah, you and me both, buddy.
Even completely disregarding the societies and cultures there, the wildlife tends to be not so friendly towards humans in the area. So, yeah, that would not be happy fun times.
Yeah. I don't think I'd like to be followed around by a bunch of shade-hungry spiders.
Yeah, and thereby probably get attacked by one because, you know, if you're batting at the thing, they're probably not going to take too kindly to that.
Yeah! I mean, shit, I heard stories of Marines literally having to, like, you know, use a couple shotgun shells to put them down. That's a resilient freaking spider!
You've got to be shitting me. Surely their aim had to be off.
Well, yeah, the thing's running at them, and, you know, they're freaking out. So, you know, missed your first shot, missed your second shot, and nick it. Missed your third one and finally hit it.
Yeah, I was about to say, buckshot is some pretty tough stuff, unless you've got some sort of bullet-resistant armor like Kevlar, personally. But, in which case, I do believe it would probably just bounce right back off, considering the properties of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Kevlar, Defender, all that fancy stuff. Yeah, it's pretty resistant to buckshot, thankfully, and most other things. And thank God they haven't developed that for spiders.
Dude, I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure you could invent some sort of bio-Kevlar that would naturally be grown into the exoskeleton of an insect.
That would be the end of the Middle East itself if somebody could do that with those spiders. Jesus, there's your next movie for sci-fi. Allahu Spider Bar.
Allahu Spider Bar, indeed. Well, we went on one hell of a tangent.
Yeah.
We were talking politics at one point. I don't know how we fucking got all the way over here to Kevlar spiders.
I don't know. I literally started off with, okay, well, what do we think about healthcare? And then we somehow went to Kevlar spiders in a sci-fi movie. Oh.
Well, shit. Do you want to continue talking about politics?
Sure, why not?
You pick a topic, friendo.
Alright, let's see here. Oh, aside from all the other stuff going on with Trump and stuff, the one thing I've thought is politically interesting is just, where the hell do all these nutbags come from? I mean, I don't normally go too much on, like, conspiracies whenever anyone's like, oh, this dude's funneling money into this group or that group. But, like, before this election, it's like most of these guys are, like, little no-nos.
Who are you referring to? Because there's a lot of fucknuts out there.
Oh, yeah, I should probably be more specific. Let's see here. We've got Antifa. We've got RevCom. Well, BLM, I guess, is kind of a... Oh, yeah.
Oh, Revolutionary Communists?
Yeah, Revolutionary Communist Party USA.
That's pleasant. You know, as tolerant as I might be of people having their own political opinions, communism is certainly not one I would support. In fact, I would put that well above and beyond my distaste for anarchism.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, us anarchists can be stupid sometimes. You always got that one moron that doesn't know how to make napalm and blows himself up, but communism?
It's styrofoam and gasoline.
I know, right?
How the fuck do you manage to... Oh, let's use lighter fluid instead. With a lit match in my hand, okay? God damn it.
Yeah, one guy's sitting there fumbling around, smoking while he's trying to make it. Oh, lovely. Lovely.
Oh. That's mental image.
Yeah, just think about that the next time you see another moron.
You know, it's times like this that Darwin was proven right.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's ironically hence why we're a small group because it's like, yeah, we have low tolerance for stupid. uh,
Yeah, I fucking feel that.
yeah, but like
Uh,
basically, Baba Vakian and Revcom, they're over on the
wait,
north end
what?
of the city.
Baba Vacuum?
That's basically their leader guy. Typically, all their flyers and stuff, they've got that guy's face on them.
What is it, an Islamic front?
Uh, actually, I don't know. I don't know if he was even like somebody who ever like lived around the city of Chicago or someone who like inspired the first communist American movement or whatever. But like all the Revcom guys I've run into in the past, they all have these BA patches and stuff. It's like, okay, well, what's the BA? Oh, it's our leader, Baba Vacuum. Okay, who is he? Flyer, 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 flyer. Okay, you're doing
Oh.
a bunch of propaganda.
Oh, well, I imagine he was probably another communist thinker like Trotsky or Marx or Stalin.
Yeah, except someone newer, more or less.
Well, I'm sure that definitely will mesh well with everyday society. Well, continue your description, please. Because I know extraordinarily little about the inner workings of Chicago.
Uh, as far as the whole city goes, it's basically broken up into little districts, more or less. You got the mayor that runs the whole city, and then you got your little wards, as we call them, which we got around like 48 or 50 of them comically. We're that pretty dang big.
That sounds extremely dystopian.
Oh,
Wards?
it is absolutely dystopic sometimes, man.
Could they
Especially
not, like, pick a nicer name?
nope. They decided to go with wards, and they're run by an alderman or an alderwoman, which they basically
Oh.
run this for 4 years, just like the mayor. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Well, at least it's only 4 years if they're really bad at their job.
Yeah, sadly, there's no term limits.
Is there not?
No, not as far as I know.
Well, then where's the 4 years come in at?
Basically, they run for 4 years, then there's another election period and campaigning process and all that good stuff.
Oh, okay.
So that's the good thing. But like literally, if like the same person gets elected two times, 3 times, 4 times, there's no rule that says, "Hey, dude, you've been here 4 times already. Get the hell out."
Well, I mean, if they keep getting elected, I suppose the people still want them there. The issue that this faces, however, though, is whenever they have all of their connections lined up and they can grease the right palms of just the right people.
Oh yeah. Sadly, there's a whole lot of that from DC on down. Because I mean, shoot, like all these Antifa guys that are rioting and stuff. Where in the hell do they get all the money for these uniforms and stuff? They're living in their parents' basement. I mean, crap.
Well, I mean, all they have to do is get black clothes. So I imagine there's a good deal of commercial centers with fairly affordable clothing. All you have to do is, well, fuck, even if you want to get it for personal use and you just buy a hoodie or something and some sweatpants, boom, there you go. Maybe a ski mask, or you modify a beanie or something.
Shoot. One thing I've always wondered is they all literally have combat boots. So it's like, damn, I know microcords weren't freaking cheap. Where are they getting theirs from?
Dude, even the fucking military issue Mickey Mouse boots, like I own, were like $40 new or surplus, so probably used. So
mine were like nearly 200. I'd got a pair of jump boots.
Fucking hell! What company?
U.S. Patriot Tactical, because nobody had a 10.5. Not Flying Tiger or anybody.
You know you can shop online, right? That's where I got mine from.
That's the sad part. I did. Nobody, for whatever reason, had a jump boot in a 10.5.
Fuck. I know there's a brand that has it. I saw on Amazon.
Damn. Well, I guess
anywho,
buddy with them now.
Yeah. There was a pair for sale. For like $100, which isn't too terribly bad for combat boots.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking ridiculous.